I'm originally from India, New Delhi, which is the capital of India. I came here and did my residency training in Brooklyn, New York. Then I did in pediatrics. I did a fellowship in neonatology in Long Island, and then went to Kansas, where I had my first job as an attending in neonatology, and then moved to Logansport last November. And I've been working as a pediatrician since 2005 and left neonatology at that time. In India, when I grew up, your parents pretty much decided what you were going to be. So my parents were professors, and they had 3 daughters. So they decided that each daughter would be in a certain profession that they thought was professional at that time, and we're talking in the 1970s. So me, being the oldest, was picked to be the doctor. My next sister was picked to be an architect, and my youngest sister was picked to be the engineer. So that's how I was steered towards being in medicine. So I started off in neonatology, and I picked neonatology as my specialty because I really liked working with my hands. It was a field that I never saw my children with. My children, for the first 10, 12 years of their lives, grew up with babysitters and daycares. I never saw them. I remember going to my son's kindergarten class, and it was his birthday, and they encouraged parents to come in for the birthday, and you brought your treats in, and then you read a story, and then all the kids got to ask you special questions about your child. And I'm sitting there with my son, and they're asking me what was his favorite book, what was his favorite toy, what movie did he like. And I started crying because out of all the questions they asked me, I think I knew 2 or 3. I did not know his favorite things, and that's when it really hit me that what have I done as a mother? I just did not know anything about my child as he grew up. And that's when I thought that neonatology is not the field for me. I just never saw my kids. So that's when I left neonatology and decided I would go into pediatrics. And I love pediatrics because, you know, all the time that I missed with my children, I feel like I'm having that over and over again with my patients. I live all those milestones. I live every sickness, every illness, everything which I never did with my own kids. And it makes me feel so much more complete. Where I felt that I was not a good parent, I feel so complete. I enjoy it so much, and I tell my parents so many anecdotes of things that I learned as a parent myself that I hope will help them going on. I think one of the biggest diseases that's hitting our society right now is obesity. And I see it in younger children, toddlers, all the way to teenagers. So I think it would be very helpful if parents themselves were more aware of that fact, and if they would be willing to engage in the conversation as to what can we do to help our child. Our patients are very, very nice. They follow up when we ask them to. They keep their appointments. We have very few no-shows, and I really love our parents. They're very polite, they're very conscientious, and they're interested. When you talk to them, they ask you questions, and they're interested in what we're doing. So I enjoy it.